Hey everyone, my name is Kabi, this is Kabi War Legends, and this is, I believe, the last game from the stream I'm gonna share with you guys. And I faced a guy called Mitya, just Mitya pretty much, because this is a Russian name, so I can stick to the Russian pronouncement of that. But anyways, I didn't play against him before. So that was a weird stream where I mostly faced the guys I never met before. But actually a few of them turned out to be the well-known players on their Twink accounts, which I discovered later. But when I was playing I didn't know whom I was playing against. But this guy I only saw in the chat, so I believe he is active player. But I have no idea what is he playing, what is his strategy. And that means that I'm gonna scout and build up my game from what I'll be seeing. In the beginning I'm doing my stunner build, but this time around I was slightly slow with building the Pixie, I felt, so I decided not to build the 9th worker in the beginning and rather get a faster goon. So right now I'm sitting on the 8 workers and not 9. That's why I get 20 food and not 22 before getting the goon, and now it is 24 goon because I queue the second goon too. So now I'm sending this goon to the enemy's base to scout, and my second tier is already been producing, and I'm not sure what I was gonna play, but my main idea was to get orcs in the beginning because this map is big and I didn't play it before. So I thought I might get aeronauts along with the orc hero and the orc tech. But I also built the altar of heroes first, which doesn't make any sense honestly, because you always wanna the race building first. So in this particular case I should have built the orc totem, because the altar of heroes doesn't do anything without the race buildings. Even if you already have the hero, you can't even resummon him or her without the race building. So that is the mistake I made right here, but I noticed that I just could have had the orc totem earlier, which could let me to hire the wolf riders, for example, or maybe use the aura in case if I would have been rushed. But my enemy doesn't rush, and we can see that he's playing the princess, because there are the elven tree as long as the altar of heroes, so that's pretty much the princess strategy. So playing aeronauts against elves is not particularly a great strategy. By the way, there's always also the Dwarven Forge in my enemy's main base, so that's a bit weird. And that's also why I'm not really afraid right now, because my enemy went to the 2 different race technology, which is almost always a bad option, a bad call to make, because you just spend a lot of money, and well, there is a diversity, but you already will be lacking the army supply because you invested the money into the different race buildings. So I don't really think it's a good idea. But so far my opponent has the 4th swordsman on the map, so I wanna harass it with aeronaut because they obviously don't hit air, and I don't really remember where exactly does the chest spawn on this map, but I suppose that somewhere near the watchtower, and there we see the elves being added to the enemy's army. So I don't wanna fight with my aeronauts anymore, and Alright, my gun was slightly out of place. Still slightly out of place, but I order him now to this chest, and the second chest is taken by my enemy. So I forgot one gun in the top left corner, so I'm sending it back to the base to scout probably, and I'm about to add the second hero. So I'm playing pretty much the two heroes based strategy that I already shown on my channel before, so you guys probably have seen it because it is the one of the most watched videos on my channel for some reason, but well, it is good and simple. I'm not sure if it is good and simple that much, but anyway, thank you for watching my videos, of course, and make sure to subscribe to the channel not to miss the new videos that come out. But right now I'm adding a lot of useful stuff because I'm up to the 3rd tier. Alright, we see the enemies in the factory. So that pretty much means, since I already have aeronauts, that hardly will be helicopters. So that pretty much means that he's gonna counter the knots with the bikers. And I need to figure out something to do against the bikers again. In the previous video I shown the other approach of playing against bikers, so pretty much just not let them get the bikers. But now it doesn't seem like I can attack now because I invested a lot in the different technologies, and well, I already got the Goblin Lab, but I forgot to make the hair altar immediately after getting the 3rd citadel. So anyway, I'm doing it right now, and I wanna see if my opponent could have probably taken the mana well, but he didn't. So I'm really curious what I have to do now. I'm not maxed out, and my investments are not working yet. I built 2 mana towers, but I don't have a lot of mana to use the good scroll in the fight. And my alchemist is not there too. And probably I should have take the mana well, I thought, but then I thought probably not, because my enemy has the princess, and the princess is very mobile. That means that if I kill that elemental, probably I just lose the mana well very soon, and it will be working for my opponent. So I decided I won't be doing that. So I'm just pulling back because I felt like my enemy had more than me, and now we see that he already getting guardsmen. Well, I didn't build a lot of wolf riders, I believe. Rather than that, I'm adding the bombers right now, and only now I'm starting the alchemist. So my army is not too good. I still wanna see if I can make something done with my units, because I have splash with from a bomber and chieftain ability, and well, why not fight? I use the ability, not hitting too much, but still quite some, but my opponents got the paladin, so it doesn't look any good for me, honestly. But my chieftain trades decently, I believe. I am searching for an opportunity to use a circle strike, and here it comes. I can probably finish off an archer, and when I do so, there's not a lot of anti-air damage probably. Oh well, there's still enough. There were 4 archers as well as the bikers, so I decided to retreat with my aeronauts, but in the meantime I already upgraded my workshop, so I'm getting drills. Since there are a lot of archers, I don't really wanna get more aeronauts. It is playable if I have like 2 workshop knots, but I don't. I only have one workshop, so I'm gonna add the drills. The drills are extremely good against archers, and overall they're just good core units as per design. I know that a lot of players don't really feel playing drills like a core unit, but well, it is up to you what you are gonna play and what you are not gonna play, but I really like the drills. And against archers they can be crucial because they can really tank and they deal damage too. And if you are good enough and quick enough to save them and pull them back into the base and repair, they can really do a lot for the cost. Now I'm trying to get a princess with a wolf rider, but she used an active ability and the stupid mistake out of me. I just, for some weird reason, I misread the picture and I used the magic blast on my own unit instead of hitting the princess. I don't know how it happened, it just... my brain probably decided to make a joke on me. So there were two cavalry units and I just hit the wrong one, my own one. No damage obviously, but still quite stupid. But anyways, princess survived and the wolf rider I believe survived too. Now he retreats to be healed in the goblin lab aura, like this. So in order your units to heal in the base, like living targets near the goblin lab and mech units near the dwarven forge, you can just use the patrol command, and then when you command all of your army at once, those units are not selected, so you can just keep controlling your army. I most of the time control my army with just that select everyone button, and sometimes I just do things right on the screen, like selecting somebody and ordering them to attack or retreat or move. Control groups are apparently good too, but I don't use it too often, and I don't really use it when it's not crucial, because I don't feel like this is native for mobile, but sometimes you have to do the control groups, but right now, in this game, I don't use it apart from the scouting squads, and I just keep selecting things. Everyone on the screen with the double tap, or just everyone on the map with that button. Here I try to get the vision back on the watchtower with the drill. The wolf riders already half HP back. And I'm already maxed out, almost maxed out at the 3rd tier, so I need to get a 4th Pix team. But in the meantime, I felt like probably my army is big enough to fight, but now that I see my enemy's army, I don't feel that anymore. So I decided to retreat rather, or at least use something useful. So I'm using the protection scroll, and then I'm starting the fight, and my enemy's not willing to fight under the protection, because the drills under the protection are nearly unkillable, because they are extremely high armored, and protection adds twice as much, and this is just way too big, way too high. So drills keeps pushing back. One drill is very exposed, so I'm gonna send it over to the base and try to repair it. My wolf rider's gonna apparently take the chest. The necromancers keep producing skeletons. An alchemist for some reason just lagging in the behind, which is not a good thing obviously. And it seems that while I wasn't looking, my army didn't do all too well, but you know, the drills are still there. And the drills are even still almost full HP, so that is the power of those units. they are like extremely hard to kill. But anyways, Chieftain goes down, Alchemist is still alive, I'm producing more drills. I also add the zombies, but actually I added the undead tech to add the venom pictures. Not really the zombies, but I don't have the second undead obelisk yet, so... Alright, now we also see the wind mage. Actually Mitya doing a good job. Because he just plays elves. He's dominating on the map, getting chests. Well, probably he could have got slightly more chests, like this left chest right now, but he's still fine and he's quick enough to add the wind mages, I believe. Probably could have done that a bit earlier, I'm not sure. Right now I'm adding the higher acceleration scroll to get my heroes back sooner and get their abilities sooner. But the good news is that I still have enough drills. They are not full HP, but I don't wanna spend even more time to get them back in the base to repair. So I'm probably just building more drills if I lose those. But now I'm maxed out and my army is not bad. So I wanna see if he captured this well, and he did. That means that I wanna take some useless thing like the skeleton warrior and send it over there to capture the mana well. And now comes the upgrade, and here is the basic idea I have already shown in the previous video, but you may have not watched them, so I'll repeat. The idea here is that the dark faction... Oh, I have the very low drill by the way, so I'm gonna send it over to the base. Probably that very drill that didn't make it last time, but I insist, you know. So the dark faction has a very good game ender, the venom pictures, because the venom pictures are being built extremely quick, and if you trade, you can trade your units off, and instead of those units get a lot of venom pictures very quickly. So that is an interesting strategical option, because you can get 2 and even 3 dark gates and spam those guys like instantly, and that is a very dangerous strategy. And overall I believe that the drills along with the venom pictures is nearly the best combo of the dark faction right now. You can add a couple of things here and there, because having an X-Masters is always a good thing, and having one Necromancer is always a good thing, and stuff like that, and probably one Rocketeer. And here we trade a Rockfall on the Rockfall, and interesting stuff. I didn't do a lot of damage, honestly, and my opponent did a lot of damage to my units. They all pretty much went down. Alchemist goes down too, but my zombies in the meantime killed literally every worker cutting the wood. There my idea was to send the zombies over to his gold mining line, but if I remember correctly I didn't succeed. But I do more important things right now. I reorder my heroes, I'm upgrading the Stargate. Alright, I didn't make any use of those zombies, so just gave away a lot of zombies for nothing. Not really a good thing to do, but I saved the drills. So all of my drills just went under the ground and routed to my base, so I can repair them, and I'm getting back my heroes. All 3 of them, I believe. And for the remaining food I'm gonna get the drills and the venom pictures, and that is the extremely powerful army. And even though my opponent was dominating on the map for like 15 minutes, and even though he won the trade just a minute ago, my position is now... It really becomes significantly better in my opinion, because I have a lot, and he has quite a bit of bikers, and it can seem like my army doesn't work, because the drills can't get to the bikers, right? And I only have 1x masters, and the Venom Spitchers do the magic damage, so they don't do a lot of damage to the mech like bikers are, but that is the theory craft, you know? That is the coach analytics, as we call it in the Russian community. I'm not sure if there is the thing in our languages, but anyways, when it comes down to reality, a lot of units perform better than you could have thought, because they are counter picks. I'm not always doing 100% great what they have to, like this stuff happens, you know, you just activate the Eater's ability and Paladin's not working, but then Paladin suddenly retreats and the Eater not working, so stuff like this always happen, as Forrest Gump teached us in the movie, right? So shit happens, and the drill can kill the bikers, but actually right now it seems that the biker is gonna kill my base. I believe I didn't notice it while playing, but I noticed it right now. My workers also do some stupid stuff, so they try to cut wood in some nonsense place. But I built a napalm tower years ago. He decided to use a meteorite on that. It is the old visual, by the way. Right now we already have the better meteorite in the game. It just looks more fancy. There is the new VFX, the new effect. But anyway, I'm up to this trade, because drills are insane in killing buildings, and bikers... Well, you see, right? So, bikers, yeah, they shoot. They don't do the drill amount of damage. But what they're definitely good at, is denying my mining, so I don't really have any mining. But there are chests on the map, not right now, but they're gonna pop up. And I also still get units. He killed a couple of Venom Spitchers, but what happened? They were resurrected by the Under Obelisk. So you probably didn't notice that, but each tier of the Under Obelisk can resurrect more units at the same time. So where you have the Under Obelisk 2, it can resurrect the 2 units at the same time, and when it resurrects like the 2 skeleton archers, it's not important, but imagine resurrecting the 2 Venom Spitchers, or even the 2 zombies. And imagine the tier 400 units that are coming in the future. Imagine resurrecting like 3 ice mages. You don't have an idea what's that, but that is the very powerful thing. And it's where the Under Obelisk will shine in the defense. And here I just resurrected a couple of Venom Spitchers for me, so thank you for that, little obelisk. And now I just keep reordering stuff in my main base, but it's probably not important anymore because I'm finishing the enemy's base. And what happened in this game is I just switched to one of the best armies I can ever have as the Dark, and I just add the spam option, because you could see that when I engaged the enemy's base for the first time, I pretty much just threw off my army, and I didn't kill a lot. I just saved the drills and nothing apart from that, but I added the spam option, and that allowed me to get the new army quickly, and my opponent didn't do that, because he has like 1 sanctuary, 1 factory, 1 barracks and 1 hero altar, and that just doesn't let him to produce the units quickly. And I re-spammed him, I spammed more. He's still doing a decent job and he almost defended, but that is RTS, so whoever build units quicker wins. And that's pretty much the idea of this video, so I hope it makes sense. Let me know if it will work in your games, and I'll wrap it up now. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.